Okay.
The tables what we create. So are you ready? Can we start?
Yeah. I'm in the office room. Yeah.
Okay. So if you see, we create the table here. In Azure, we create the table here, but we are not able to access it using here. So we have this Storage Explorer. Okay. When we go to
Okay.
Storage Explorer, once we go to the Storage Explorer, then if you see, here are the tables. Okay. So if I say table demo, it will come here. The table will come here. Okay, the table will come here. Now what's happened if we don't have, if we want to add any other table, demo check 2 is a blank table. I have not put it. I will just give you a demo how to put it using Logic App. Okay, how we can get the detailed things from the Logic App using how we connect to the Logic App. So all that I will show you. Okay, so now I will say this demo check. Okay, now it's here. Now let me create a table. So I will show you how to create a table. Let add table. Now in table, if you see in this storage table, in under storage, this partition key and row key, these are the main thing in a storage table, because we don't, in storage table we are not defining any schema, anything. We are not making it as a relational database or any other database. We are just using this
but I
table.
need 4 columns.
So we can have any number of columns. That is not an issue. That is not an issue. We can, as I told you yesterday, columns are properties. Entity is your entity. In entity, columns are the entity is a one thing you can say a data in a table, but property are the columns. So if you see here, so I will show you. I will cancel this. I will show you add new table. Okay, now I will give, let me give a partition key, because if we do any query, so we are doing query, this is not an any schema on the partition key and on the row key. Using partition key and using a row key, we can do get information, select query, anything.
Partition. So tell me, row key is you are saying the row key is identity of that particular row for the data.
Yes.
And partition key is what then?
Partition key is the first thing of just like a basic key. Here it is called partition key, and we cannot say on the basis of partition key, because we don't have any schema, that is no relations between that this column is related to this column. We are not making any relationships between the different columns of a different table. So partition key will be the main index table. These are indexed. That means they are the main key through which we can do the query. I will tell you how to make a get data from the table storage. So for that it is required.
So give me just 1 second. Then can I? So which one? If I have to go to the 1 second, then let me go to my resource table. Just I'm going parallel in my. So I go.
So now
I will go
what
to
I'm doing
yesterday. Do I need to go to the resource table?
Actually, cancel here.
Why that?
Go to table.
Actually, yesterday we tried with the resource table. It was used to commit, right? How would I reach to the resource table?
You can go to your tables. You can go to your tables.
I'm not finding.
Can you show me? So the resource group.
So this is in the sandbox. There is only this is the resource group. I think I have. And in this resource group, which resource group is this? These are the resource group, and these are the resources, right?
These are the resources, Logic Apps and storage account. So which storage account you have used, that I don't know. Can you go to your, in recent you will be see. In recent you will be see. I think this was the storage account.
This one.
Yeah. If whatever you have used, it will show you on your home screen that previous the recent what you have used. Yeah. Go to tables.
So this was the one, and
to tables.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, select it. Yeah. Go to Storage Explorer. Storage Explorer preview. Yeah. Go to this. Now select the table. Yes. Now select the resource. So now here you can add. Just click on add. I'm telling you the steps. Okay. Now partition key you can give any as a user or name or ID as a partition key, value of a partition key. Give it as a user or resource, whatever you want. Okay. Now, row key, you can give it as a 1, 2, any value. Okay, now add property. Now whatever the columns you want to add, you can add it here, and the type you can change it. But for partition key and row key, you cannot able to change any value.
Partition.
So what you are giving a value that will come in a row. That this is a value. That is a data. Whatever the value from the these new things you get, these are the data.
Okay, so this is, one second, I'm trying to, so this is one row. Now if I'm done, so insert. And now if I do something. Query. Okay, so query done, retrieve done, one key done.
Okay.
Yeah, similarly I will add more, but at least for now it is good in one key. And so row key is not something like a column, but it's identifications column thing.
It is on the basis of this row key. So when we insert using our logic app,
so it cannot be automatically.
No, it cannot be. Now this, because this is not something a database we are using. Okay, we are creating it. So only thing, the ID automatically come, the initial ID on the basis of which different relations are being created in a database, that will be automatically created. But here we are using a NoSQL, that is no database, nothing, no schema. If we defined a schema, then only it will come automatically. Okay, so let me share my screen that how we create a logic app.
Why logic app?
You says na, using logic app you want to do queries or something like on.
No, I will be doing application, .NET Core application.
.NET Core application. Okay.
Yeah, not logic app.
Because so I think yesterday yesterday.
No, we discussed, remember? .NET Core we discussed that app config.
You discussed app config. So using logic app.
We will add it in the app config. No, I said we will app config, and I said that the backend application our .NET Core, right? We need to I need to get told you that I have a code also most likely.
Okay.
The app config. So I can get that code.
Okay.
But I can refer that code, but my main right now, how would I say?
Okay, no issues.
I need to understand that this is first of all, let's add this in. So this is a connection string. So this is a table. Now whatever the resources we have it, so we need to edit that it in the connection.
Oh, sorry.
Like
I just do it again because I was sharing. So just share.
No, I'm not.
What
no, I didn't bring that. No, I didn't bring anything.
Okay.
Just asking the questions that I didn't.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Ask me. Yeah. Just ask me. So I will just show you.
That's right. Okay. That maybe I have. Yeah. Right. I have to bring it up the code. I have to find it. But maybe at least my point is that right now we have to add the resource into the app config at least.
Okay. Nothing else.
So I will consume.
Whether you are
so in my application, I will consume this. Wait. Like this connections, how like
yeah. I don't know. If you see my screen now,
yeah, I can see.
Okay, so I have this storage account table check. So if you go to your SS keys, okay, when you go to your SS keys, you have a storage account name key1, key2. Okay, and a connection string also. So if we are using key1, the connection string will be this. Okay, So what happens? This will be a connection screen. You can copy this connection screen. Okay, this will be
Yeah,
used to
connection.
connect.
If I
Yeah.
copy, so this connection string I have to edit in my app config.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then it
Correct.
is-
Can you show me? I will. You do it on your account so that you can have it. I will just give you the steps how to connect.
Okay.
So you have an app configuration resource,
I don't
app
think
configuration resource
so.
created. Okay, so first go to your home, go to your home, and then just create a resource. Create resource. Click on
App
create
configuration.
resource. You have it. This is app on.
I
Yes,
have
you have
a
it.
config, but I might. This is something I
Can you use it or
not
not?
to
That
use
depends
it.
on you. No, you can
No, I
create a
will just
new
create
one.
a new one.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
just create a new.
Go to yeah,
Yeah.
create new one. Okay. Give the name and whatever the first select the resource group. Okay. Resource group give the name, give the location where you want it. Okay. Now you can just review and create. Nothing else is required. Click on review and create.
No. This is for my
Okay, for you.
team.
Yeah. Yeah.
The DevOps team.
Yeah, yeah.
So they know that why I'm doing.
Hmm. Yes, review and create. You have given the tag also. It's fine. Create it. So now it is there. You can create your function application as a function application for the triggering. So there you have to make a connection. Functional app.
Yeah. So here, yeah, I know that's what I wanted. So I don't have a function. I have my library.
Yeah.
So simple like
Go to
so
that.
I will have to access that. Which that is not something Azure function. It's a normal class library.
Do you have your
Yeah, I'm bringing it up. It is in different screen. So Azure function I wanted to show you. Meanwhile,
Okay.
that opens up that I have already this Azure function I worked on earlier. This is
okay.
work function I created. This is something, and if you see in startup, I'll show you. So this is settings.
Okay.
Let me show the settings first.
Okay.
Where did the settings go? Like properties, right? Local settings here. This is I know local settings, but basically, once it deploys, it takes it. Oh, why? Sorry, why it says not responding? Okay, here. As you can see, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Azure Web Job Storage, basically, and will use development storage, whatever it is. So basically, this is of app config. And this is, we did it as a resource config. There is a separate, we did it. This is like that function. This function has nothing to do with what I'm trying to use. This function is not going to use that table. I was just showing that this function is using that particular app config, for the error message, and we stored separately. So this is a resource config. As you can see, there is a separate config for that error message.
Yes.
For error message. So similarly, now I have. So this is Azure function, but now data routing, which is Azure function. But now this is a normal. It is not minimizing. Oh, okay, it was here. different window. Give me a second. Now I have created this one. This is a structure. I'm just working on it.
Okay.
Okay. There's nothing much
So you have opened this
there
on
right
your,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is a class library, normal.
You have this class library that is, yes,
Now I need to
you have
I need to understand that this is a .NET, or this is I have to understand because this is a class library. So how basically I don't know right now, frankly speaking, that like as you could see the Azure function and also so like, you can do it in the startup, right? Like
Yeah.
we saw that it is a startup function is there here, you know.
So you
As you could
have
see, this is
NuGet packages
for
here?
example. No, so here I am not using any NuGet packages. This startup, this is a startup. This is Azure function. It's a completely separate. I'm giving example that here it is.
Yes. You have this assembly. Okay. This is your startup.cl.
So what happened? I'll tell you. No. I'll tell you. This is my Azure function. This is nothing. I'm just giving example. This function is. I'm just giving example. This has nothing to do with the what I'm trying to do right now. This is completely separate. Which is I was giving you example that this is referring app config and all the stuff, and then resource config. And this does some functions. You know, let's say keep it simple. That this does some functions. Now, what I wanted to do is that this is my class library, like it's a Windows application, which is not I don't know, I have to figure it out. This startup how I will do it, but basically I will be using I wanted to use the storage in this one, okay and then this library I wanted to add as a NuGet package, you know, like as a like basically this library I was supposed to include in my multiple other services which can use. This is a common function. Let's say that this is a common application which I wanted to use it for multiple applications. This is something I want to do. Now I do not, as you could see in the Azure function, it was pretty straightforward that okay, how that load it up, you know, it's like, you know, like the functions that load it up, function startup, what it happens, this and this, and it goes, and you know, that was clear. This was clear critically. See here, as you can see that I'm like different classes here, repositories here, you know, which I'm defining. And this is called dependent injection. You don't need to know the .NET core, but this is basically that I'm loading up. It's saying that the startup during the first time itself add transient. So we are the config also I'm creating, and then I'm passing. You know, this will be so whatever the config will need it. You know. This will pass it up. Whatever this device repository class is needed, you know, like DB connection, error list. You know, I already loaded up this before. You know, go to definition.
Okay.
This get error lookup list. I'm already, and this error lookup is doing nothing, but as you could see, like it is checking get environment variables, resource config, right? Like just like another like M config, I'm using it, and then basically it says key value pair and whatever. It does a little crappy job. But basically I have done it all those stuff and it was alive. So here it is a pretty much workflow clear that if I had to use Azure function, I was pretty clear that I would follow this thing and you know and then I would have done it similarly whatever
can you go
the
can
other
you
classes
navigate
needed. You know, connection string. But my problem is that this is not required. I needed class library which I'm creating. This is nothing. So here I have to figure it out that how to do, where I need to load the basically Azure table.
1 minute because I am just because Visual Code is not on my this laptop. I can show you that how to use it. Okay, so I will just show you. I will just share my screen. Visual Studio. I'm not having Visual Studio. So my screen is visible to you. Okay. So what I'm going here. I will create a new. I will just show you the steps that you have already done. I will do app config. So we just create the app configuration.
I did see it.
No, my
Oh, the
screen
tables
is
were
here.
there. Yes, see.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
your screen sync, but my point was that I didn't see the table.
Okay, then I will go to SS key. Okay, once we create this config, app config, then we can just select the keys, SS keys. Now, if you say we have a primary endpoint is this, our endpoint is this, and the keys are this. So if I can say my primary ID key and connection string. So I will go select settings and
Once again, why it doesn't say key 1, key 2 now? Just like
no,
before?
because it is key 1, key 2, you will get in only storage. Here you will get a primary key and the secondary key.
Oh, you're talking about app config, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is about.
Right now.
So if I will see, I will do overview. Now if you see SS key here, SS keys are this primary key and
Yeah.
okay, SS keys. Now SS keys, if we see, now we can use this primary key. So we can copy this primary key, put it at some place. Okay, so because when you are making a connection, then you will use it. Okay, just like if I will go to the configuration explorer. Now I will create so I will create a key pair here. I don't have it. I will just say key value. Okay. Now, so let's me say, I will say this is my test app config. I have given this name. Okay. Now value, I will say data from Azure app configuration. Okay. And let it, I will not give any content type or anything. I will say apply. So it is created. Now because I don't have this app Azure function application, let me create an Azure function application.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want Azure function. I'm just, even if it's okay. Oops.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't create Azure function, because as I showed you the code, right? Azure function. I know that.
No,
how to access
have the code, but I have to show you now.
No. I'm saying that I know that how to access the app config in Azure storage. I know that, but I'm not sure how to do it in the library. That's something, if you know that, yeah. Otherwise, I don't want you to waste time on the Azure function, because Azure functions code, it's not something I already myself has done it, like app config, and it's pretty straightforward. It's not something, yeah, it is already there. But I'm not sure right now.
So you wanted to connect to the library, you have this .NET library with you. Okay. Yeah.
.NET library, and that's something I want. That library, I want that. I want that library access Azure thing, and that other Azure, like the standard applications, so backend services. Those what they will do it with the NuGet package. Those library will be injected. So technically, I was not able to understand that if
I have library,
then library, if I do it, and then I can include it as we have that code as well, and how to include library in the different, services, backend like microservices, and that I know, I somehow I know that, but I'm not aware of it, that how basically as that library will access Azure.
Library will access Azure. Okay.
Yeah, that I don't understand, like the Azure tables. That I don't like Azure. As I said, Azure function, I know that how Azure function can be achieved through this library, but I do not know.
You have a .NET library.
What is that like? Yeah, that is a class library. What I'm sharing with you, that's a .NET. Yeah. So that will be I think for me. But okay, can you just let me share my screen, because I know that we have 10 minutes, and then if you will then tomorrow, like I just want to make sure that I create app config. When my app config
No,
it
we
is
can connect to,
updated.
we
stuff.
can continue for more than that also.
So yeah. So for example, we created that one, right? Go to resource. So there. So this is my config. This is access keys. And I understand that this is access keys need to show, but now in this access I have to add it, right? My that particular one. What's it?
Okay, this is there.
Yeah, but I have to let me put it too, so I can easily go and. Oops, sorry, not there. Oops, I mean put it.
So can you open in your Visual Studio where you have
created,
where you have created this function in .NET in Visual Studio.
Yeah, this.
Okay, can you select .NET Framework? So you have created .NET Framework and you have created.
Which .NET Framework?
You can click on the project where you have, okay, and then on the project, this one project. So you have to write some code to do it for the. I can just give you a.
No, as I said, that Azure function thing, I'm pretty clear. See, as you can see,
it's clear.
You know how to basically this app.
Have you configured app.config in your project?
Yes.
Can you show me that app.config?
Yeah. So this is. It says get app service app configuration.
Okay.
App service, and basically this code, as you can see, app service configuration. You know this code. This code, it is in the data service utility. This is like the common code, you know.
Yeah, that's
app service configuration. This is something we added it because you know that config. This will bring it up.
Now you have
configuration, but this is something. This is a Microsoft, but similar stuff. Like let's say app service configuration. Let's say if I copy paste this.
So I copy what you will do, you just create one variable.
Class library.
Yeah, that's true. Now what you can do you can create one variable to store your configuration string, which from the app config on Azure. Only using that variable. Just create one variable, any variable, name of any variable.
One second.
And this will only work if you have this system configuration manager installed on your Visual Code Studio. This libraries of packages of configuration builders, configuration. I think that will be there. Only if you have those, then only you will be able to do it.
Okay, so here I already copied it. Okay, basically is what's this high configuration. Interface. Oh, I got it. Why?
Yeah,
because it because there are some
I think this configuration
the Microsoft.NET and packages. The packages and that I have to edit it. Similarly, this is a function, but this is a function where it is but the one
in
which
chat,
I have to do it.
In a chat, I can give you what are the functions you have. You have it?
Here I can add it. No, I can add it, but I can just refer. So I don't want to do all the code here. My point is, okay, let's go back to my portal. First, let's finish it. This one, this is a config. So I have to add that one.
Yeah. Create a value.
So here I should give a some config value. No.
Just click on create. You are creating a key pair, no?
Oh, yeah,
at the top. Now give any key value.
So no
app name.
What
you can give it as an app name or something which is feasible for your project.
Yeah. So
Just like I have given this.
Yeah. Just one thing. Exhibition.
Value
Here
that
I
you
should
can
give
give.
that connection string. Connection string.
No. You are creating a key pair. So any value you can give, just like you can say.
Yeah, I understand. I have used it. My point is like I want to add whatever that resource connect our resource table
Yeah.
connection string. I want to add it here, right? So
Here, when you are creating a key pair,
so let me explain what I'm trying to say. This Azure function, what I showed you, right? This one, it refers this app config. Okay. Like this is, for example, even the resource config, like this is completely new. Now
Yes,
this resource config connections, this is not actual that particular resource config. This is the connection string of the config file. And then that config file contains a reference of that particular resource, different type of resource. So you got my, similarly this app config. So when we say that, basically here I might based on that I will simply able to respond you on the. Okay, so here like let me go to resource group so I can explain you what I'm trying to say here. This is a dev only. We need some FMT storage integration. FMT. Here I will explain it because here this. So if you see here and how would I app config.
You must be having any app config.
No, we have config here. What is a function? I don't know what is this close function of storage accounts. For example, here it's a storage account. And in this storage account, I'm pretty much sure we don't have anything in table. But yeah, I don't think so. We have anything in table right now. Okay, but how would we created it? I'm just trying. Basically, there was this function, like there was an app, like this function, particular Azure functions refer one app config, one connection string, and then that is connection is not string is directly app config. That is not directly that resource thing is. It just says about to connection, that. So you got my point. So here my point is whatever we have added it, I want to that add reference that that we saw, right? That connection string key one key from one that should be refer here. This is my understanding. First, before even doing any code change, this is my understanding. So let me, you know what? I mean, my point is simple. If you know that, we can otherwise proceed further. Like if you know already or something, like I will fix this thing, and that if the how to localize.
If I will see
text,
in your code,
so
add as a app config constant string. Okay, so using this string, it will connect. But before that, you have to make it out to it that how that the app key pair which you are creating, you have to add that key pair also in your this. Only then it will be connected. When you are making your app config file, so in app config file, you have once the where one section in your, can you open your config file? So if you see,
no, I'm trying to open the existing config file.
Yeah, open the existing config file.
So why it doesn't say here config file? Shall have storage account. There should be some F config here. It says the APS clinic. So many APS patient and stuff. It is how many? This is just says app service. Okay. I probably might put it as a talk, but yeah, we've just put it this one then.
Actually, if we are creating this
Anyway,
key pair, now one thing, why we create this key pair? We create this key pair only to mention it out in our app config file that these are the key pair we are using. So if we use any key pair, there we cannot put a connection string. Just you can give a name and a value, and in this your configuration file you will give it that. I will just show you on.
so I think that's just like how to do this class library. I think let's park that questions because that's something I will also
No,
have
you
to
can
do
use
homework.
this library only once in your app config file. You have these selections, and then you can use those file libraries there. I am just sharing my screen. Give me 1 minute. I will show you on a document with the steps. Okay.
Okay.
Just let me know once my screen is visible.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so first step is you have to get created and config in your portal. Okay, app config will be there. You have to select the private key which is there. Okay, park it at some place because you will use this key while connecting to your config portal with any of the resources. Okay, and then you can go to configuration explorer under your app config, the and app config resource which you have created. At this you go to create a key pair. Okay, create a key pair. This key pair we will be using for our app config file. Now, why we use a key pair? Key pair gives us the information that to which app config we are connecting using an app. So it will give this. Okay. So we will use this. So if I will show you what are the things in your app.config file. Okay, in app config file, when you give a configuration status, configuration settings, okay, so in configuration section, the syntax is we have to give a name, section name, okay, and in a config builder, this in this the syntax will be your config store, that is your app config name at your portal. Okay, and then the connection string. No, the connection string we use here. Okay, so we can store the connection string in any variable. So let me say I have this config string as a variable is equal to, I am putting my configuration string here. Okay, so I'm storing my configuration string from the portal in this $config string variable. Now in connection string, I will just write $config string. Okay, once I am there, then I will name whatever. If I want to name any environment to be connected, for which environment I am creating, I will give the environment name. Okay. So in this way, we can give the environment name here. Okay, and then we have this. This is our config builder, and there. So we have one if you see the syntax of config file will be configuration section where we are telling what the configuration we are making. This is a config builder section. Now this is optional if you want to give it. Now using this config builder only in your app config file, you are able to connect. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we
but
have.
my point. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but
once
back to the point is that Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Once let me complete it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have all these things in your file, you will not be able to connect.
Connect. I got that. Yeah. Yeah.
So whether you have in your config file, now this
So
is, we have created a config builder. Now the thing is, we want to give it some settings, app settings to connect. Now you know we have created a key pair. We have created a key pair. Earlier in our app config, we have created one key pair, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we will do when we do in app settings. So app settings always need the whatever the key pair we have created. In app setting, we will give the key pair. Okay. So we say add. This is a syntax, add key. Okay. Now here we can give the name of the key what we have created. So this will be having a name of the key, then only it will connect now. And then we have value. We define the value and here we gives the value which we have done it here. So connection string is required in your builder, config builder section. Connection string is not required in your app setting. So if you have these things, here we are configuration section, we are making a name of a section, then config builder, then app setting. If this is present in your app config file, then you will be able to connect to it.
I think I got it, but only thing I think let's do one thing.
Yeah.
This is something fine. I'll refer this video also, but main thing, if you can just help me to put that connection string, whichever the name, basically in the key value you said in the key, I can give any damn value.
Anything.
Key, anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I think we are doing. And
because we are using that key value.
Like app config, let's say I give that, let's say I give whatever the name.
Share your screen. Share your
I'm giving you my another existing example only right now. I'm not finding that app config. I'll try to find that config. Also, based on say, let's say there's another question. This is my code says, for example, this is the config, right? App config. I completely forgot which resource it does it, which you know what I mean, like which things it refers it. Let me put it that way. So if I go to portal, how would I be able to find it? Like I know that this says that endpoint is this. How would I find this is the which?
So it will be, you can find it out. 1 minute. Can you show me, the function HTTP? If you see this HTTP functions, okay. So this will be your function ACEUS. I think in this resource group it was created. 1 minute. Let me check. 1 minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing my resource. 1 second. So if I go to home, resource group, most likely this in the dev. There is no 1 second dev GRD. Matterhorn, no GRD there. Connect.
No, I will tell you how to
so
get
it will be here. I'll tell you. Okay, sure.
Let me check my app config. Okay. So can you show me your that script? What's the name it has given? And endpoint. Yeah, in Visual Studio. So what is your endpoint? Endpoint is Fusion ACUS. Okay, config.io. So this is, I will say you Fusion ACEUS -Q is your resource group. Can you just check this if this resource group is available?
That is okay. Name they given maybe. So this is a resource group. No, I don't see resource group.
So you just select this complete this name Fusion, search in the box. It will give you whether it is a this. When you open this app config, now you will get this. You search it out. You search this name Fusion. Because endpoint is having the name of first the name of your app config and then it is there. Yeah. Yes. If you see, these are top one. Top one are the app config. These are the function app. So if you can see, now you can see the resource group here. Now endpoint is same. If you
I should
see
go
here
to the
endpoint.
properties.
No.
No.
Don't go to the properties. Go to overview. Go to overview. Overview.
Sorry. Overview.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. If you see endpoint here,
yeah.
is this the same endpoint which is there? Can you check an endpoint in your .NET app, this code?
Similarly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a QA environment, but it's if I do the
QA
D,
environment.
then yes, it's a D. Yeah, but this
Okay.
is the development environment. So it's a D.
That is development. Now, if you can get the resource group from here at the top.
So 1 second. So this is a resource group. So this is a resource.
Yeah, this
group.
is the resource group.
I mean, this
In
resource,
this resource
group.
this
I mean, this
application.
resource group. If I app config, if I go to app
Yeah.
config, 1 second. So I have to go to the app config. Right? Type. Let me just.
Yeah, at the end it is there. Fusion app config was there. Fusion G. Go up. You have
Just
gone many
one
down.
second.
Go up. What I will do, I will give you the steps. Okay, how to connect using a class library. You can test those steps.
Here. See
Yes.
app config. This is my app config.
This is your app config.
App config.
Now-
And within app config, if I do the access, not
key.
access key. Sorry, no, not access key.
Key value.
What do you say? The key value pairs.
Configuration Explorer.
Yeah.
Under operations.
Here, it must be
Yeah, they
added
don't
this
have
one.
created
Here.
any of
No.
this. No, it
Here
is
they
there.
have add. Here, this is app config.
Yeah, they have added.
No, not app config. Similarly,
App
that like whatever. Where is that? My.
That you have to select.
How would I say put it? Like basically DB connection. This is a DB. So this is my original application, like app config. Yeah.
So what's the key pair? Can you go to app config key pair? Select app config because values are hidden. That is the third or fourth row. 1, 2, 3, 4. App config. Yes. Below this.
this one,
Yes,
right?
yes. This one. Select this.
Yeah, but I always get confused between this is something I really need to understand the concept rather than because at that time also worked because somebody was helping me because I was really new. That I got
Actually,
confused
this
because I
key
used to
paper- this key-
see there are resource. One is like applications. One is the app config. Across it, everything. That's what my understanding.
Yeah.
This is like, and then one is that for each resource, what you do it. Like for example, resource table we like storage table we created. Similarly, here I was referring to that resource thing, particular, separate, right? So
Yeah.
here this is key value pair is particular. Like this is a key value. How would I put it? This is actual, not app config. This is a key value pairs, okay?
Yeah, this is a key value pair.
My errors,
This
like key value pairs. But these key values, this is particular app config. This is referencing, if I go to the access key, this is I'm not copying, how would I put it? How would I can show? This, my connection string is not something I have copied in my, my application. So my application is referring this thing, Fusion AC USQ. It AC USQ, whatever, instead of D means
Just
Q.
click on show
So it
values.
looks like it is referring this one.
Just 1 minute. Click on show values at the top.
Yeah.
So if you see what the connection string. So this is a complete
So
connection
this
string.
looks like it is. So it is looks like it is directly accessing this. My understanding was. I'm confused because my understanding was that okay, I got it. Here, I think I don't know if I got it.
Only
This
to
is-
connect. Yeah, this
no,
is
no,
only to
connect.
Yeah.
No, it is connecting to this thing, but actually this app config is, so there are two type of app config. One is like here in this Azure creates a lot of issues. One is in this one and one is in the service level, right? One is this app config is what? It is like application. Well, how would I
Actually,
put it? This
you
is
can-
this application.
You can put it
So
in
this
this
one
way.
one is the service one is service config or something like that, right? Which is like my point is like this access this where it go, not access config, the quick start. Overview.
No, I will tell you.
Not overview.
I will tell you.
Configuration Explorer. This contains everything. See, if you see, my point was that it was a key value pair, particular, this
Yeah.
particular my function, this key, this value, this particular function, like let me put to show values. This particular functions. Now, apart from that, like it says DB connection. It's like this function, this is a different function. This change blob, I remember this is a separate functions I created. For that,
Yes.
DB connection is this. For this one, there is, and this is another above level. It is whatever the application level thing, which I don't know what is this particular. I
You
haven't
can see
done
there
that
will
setup.
be a key
But-
pair for storage also. Key pair for a storage, any storage account. If they are using a table there.
No, they are not using table anyway. No.
Okay.
This table
So
we are
in
trying
this
to create
case-
first time. So
Okay.
I can tell
So
you
in
that.
this
So as you
case,
can see
have
here,
to
like,
create,
so just 1 second. This application config is basically whatever you want to store it, particular key value pairs thing. But there is a
Yes.
service config, something like that. There is a separate concept as a
service
service
config. Service config. So what do you mean by service config? What do you want to know in service?
I don't know. I know that we were dealing with two configs. When I was dealing with, maybe I have to ask this my colleague. And when whatever this is pointing, it is right now pointing to directly the app config. I understand, but I know that this config reference. How would I put it? Like this config reference. That this config reference I have added. If I let me copy this, maybe I don't know. This is if I copy this will be a helpful. This config reference I have added. Basically we have added two places, and
Yes.
I was in the impression that that we are using that. I'm not able to explain you. Sorry, but right now I know it is directly. This is a connection string we are using in the code. I understand that. This is exit connection string, right? This is the exit connection string.
Yes, that's what I was saying, that in app config also, when we store these key values are the things which we use as a service, and using us app config as a service. So if you find these key values being assigned in so many key values in Configuration Explorer, if you see the key values, so they are using it as a service configuration, that it is connecting to that particular service configuration. So you can create here one key values if you are using same this config. So you can add it as a one key pair for storage account.
So I should add it here only. I'm going to do it, but in my case, yeah.
Yes.
So like storage account. And then basically you are saying, and then basically I access the app config similarly way what I'm doing it here, and
yes,
and then I access that particular table. Correct. So that is my understanding is like that. Okay, let me ask you better now. This is a directly key value pair. So here, like basically connections, data storage, something DB connection, for example, and then it connects. Similarly, this is a blob storage connection.
Blob
this is the best thing.
So yes,
this is a blob storage, for example. Similarly, we will have a table storage.
Yeah, table storage.
Correct. This is we are talking about, right?
Yeah. The key
so
name
like whatever I give name, whatever I give name, let's say like localization table. Column table, localization table, whatever. And then this one, so I will able to get that whatever we created storage. I'll do that. I'm fine. But now my worry is that I have to figure out that how Azure functions. So this is maybe I have to figure it out. How would I do it in the library? I think that is something I have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That because I don't have any created library, so what I will do, I will once create this.
I can send you my source object. This is my. I haven't even given right now the source object. I didn't add it in my.
No. What I will do, I will just create a sample library. Okay, sample class library. will give you all the steps, that how I am creating, how I am
Okay.
connecting. So all the steps I will give you in a document. You will be able to check using those steps.
And then table, and then I will able to access the table.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Even
Okay.
in that,
I
how
think
to
that will be
access,
helpful. Yeah.
using Class using a table.
Yeah. So just
Because
tell me
yesterday I
one thing,
just
but
thought
like,
that you
did
are
it?
saying
No.
yeah.
No, one thing, tell me that this is a
Yeah, yeah.
class library. So when this library is something, it is not application starts, right? Like basically this is library. It
Yeah.
is all, how would I put it? Like this is something already when, that's what I was running. So library is connecting this one. Now, if I'm using this library in any of my other backend application service, with the NuGet package I'm adding, let's say that reference. Okay. So this, I'm trying to understand that this will every single time, like, and then whatever in this, my library common functions is there, whatever I'm performing, and that I'm common functions. I'm basically, so in with the, if I once I add it in with the NuGet package in my backend application, that run as good as internal, right? In the internal process, and it will.
Yes.
So that time when I functions and do it, this Azure functions, basically, how would I put it? Like I showed you that Azure functions, they're only startup. So it does only one time, right? And I'm pretty clear that like that startup function, it does only one time. So only one time, first time it will connect to the library. Connect to the port, and get the data, app config data, and then all does it one time, first time, and then it used to keep it in the memory. Okay, I'm clear with that function, everything. But here I'm not talking about Azure.
Actually,
You
I
got
will
my
tell you.
confusion is that class library.
Yeah.
So how it
Class
shouldn't contact
library are just
like portal.
Class libraries are just like one object. We are connecting an object to a Azure portal or any application. As you do it on our application front using this class libraries, these are the object. Object means that is a combination of different functions which we have to create in a class library. Okay, so what it is doing when we are connecting to Azure portal also, it is that one object we are using at different places.
No. I think I got it once again. So class library will have a class which we are defining, like for example, app service configuration. I put it in similarly that you will do it, but then that now I'm going to add this library in the separate my backend applications, right? Like services, and in that is a .NET Core web services. There I will have a kind of a startup, right? So that service startup, I will be calling this libraries, whatever the function which load it and gives whatever stuff what need to. So that will with that one it will load it up already once. Correct? This is my understanding.
It will load it at once.
Right?
Yes, it will load it at once and it will connect it out. So only for connection purpose we need it, and after that it will work it out.
Okay. So
And
that's
it
what
is
my
not
only
that
point
every
is.
time
I
you
don't
have
want
to
to
do
connect
it.
to the portal every single time. Yeah. That's what my
No.
Because it's with
This is a
Azure
first
function,
time
I could
connection.
see that. Azure connection, I was pretty clear because it is a one function is connecting to the app config, the portal, and we are doing it startup, and which does once, and I understand. But here you see that there is a layer, right? Class library will do that, and that class library I will add it as a reference to the service, right? So I'm getting confused that service will be running, first when it first time when service starts. I want that this class library to load it, whatever that is Azure table. My Azure table is not going to change again and again then.
No.
It is just going to be one time. So
will, load the table. Yes, that's
only
once,
once,
the first
right?
time.
Only
once. And
first
then because the connection is already created, so it is not required.
So do you want me to send my?
No.
Do you want me to send?
No. What I will do, I will
because
do
it is
a sample one. I will just do a sample one. So I will just write the steps for you, okay? And so that you can use those steps. So that will be a sample one. Then you can use it in any of your future work also.
Okay.
Because if you have, if you know the steps, then it is very easy to connect it with.
Easy to connect it. Okay. Yes. Sounds good. Okay. That will be helpful. I think so that way you do it at your own time, and then that will able to give me this Azure storage thing. We don't need to. Then basically, we don't need to go to those the other storage things like. That, like for example, blob also, then I will able to probably you just help me to create a blob. That's it. Then I know that how to access the blob.
Similarly, the blob, as we have created a table, we click on this blob. Blob is used just like an S3 bucket in AWS. Blob
Correct.
is same
Yeah,
as S3 bucket in AWS. We can keep a file there, and when we need those files, suppose we have certain scripts to, I will take a scenario of running, and you can say to install some security packages. So we have one scripts being capped and on a storage of blob, and then what we are doing, we are just running that, and after running that, we are taking a file from there, we are going to the server and we are installing that. So that is the only thing in this. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, thanks.
So I will provide you by tomorrow morning. So that's
yeah,
why
then
I
something
will
is
just
there,
give you
something I'll put a
steps.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, then if something
because
is
I have
question
to-
in the
I
weakness,
will
I'll just
create-
drop a question to you.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Because I will just create from the scratch.
Sounds good. Okay.
So that for your purpose, I am creating from the scratch. I will just record all the steps and will send it to you.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
then.
Yeah,
Bye.
Yeah, if I have a question, I'll just send you. Once you send me, if I have questions, I'll just send you a message, not the call, but
You
at
can
least
send
just
me a message if you
something.
will be available. If I will be available, I will make a WhatsApp call to you.
Okay, sounds okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Then.
Yeah,
Yes. Bye.
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 Yeah, thanks. Yeah, bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.